and welcome. This is a full spectrum class. We're going to move through some sun salutations, some standing poses. We'll do some back bending movements as well as some inversions. There will be options along the way, so you can increase the intensity or lower the intensity as required. So let's get going, shall we? Come onto all fours to start. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Bring your knees underneath your hips. Breathe in, slide the chest forward, take your bottom up and back behind you. Exhale, round the spine and look towards your belly. Inhale, move the chest forward, lift the bottom back and up. Feel the top of the pelvis and the lower ribs come away from each other. Exhale, round the spine. Notice the top of the pelvis and the lower ribs come towards each other. Again, inhale. Feel the ribs and the top of the pelvis move away from each other. Exhale. Ribs, pelvis come towards each other. Continue to move and breathe this way, enjoying that observation through the center. Connect to your breath now. If you know and are familiar with Ujjayi pranayama, start to engage the Ujjayi breath. Just create a light contraction at the top of your throat so that you can hear the breath as you breathe in. You can hear the breath as you breathe out, in and over the top of the throat. So even though you're breathing in and out of the nose, it might feel like you're breathing in and over the top of the throat. On your next inhalation, come to a neutral spine. Deliberately sag the ribs towards the floor, so loose form. And now lift the lower ribs up away from the floor, and small, subtle movement, bring the top of the pelvis towards the lower ribs. Lift your deep belly muscles towards your spine. So sense a contraction and a bit of stability through the center. Do that one more time, so deliberately dump the lower ribs towards the floor. Lift the lower ribs up away from the floor. Bring the top of the pelvis towards the lower ribs. Lift your deep belly muscles towards your spine. So feel that nice stability through the center. So we'll work with that movement in some of our poses today to create some extra stability. All right, so come to stand. You can have your feet as wide as your outer hips. Some half sun salutations to continue to warm up. Turn the palms to face forward. Inhale, reach the arms up, look towards your thumbs. Exhale, fold forward, straight or bent legs touch the floor. With your fingertips on the floor, inhale, halfway lift, straight or bent legs. Exhale and softly fold. Inhale, stand up, circle the arms, look to your thumbs. Exhale, release your hands to your sides. Circle your hands to Anjali Mudra at the space of your heart. Again, inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, straight or bent legs, fingertips touch the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, straight or bent legs. Exhale and fold. Inhale, stand all the way up, circle the arms, look to your thumbs. Exhale, hands circle to your sides and come back to the space of your heart. Continue to move. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back, put your right knee onto the floor. Inhale, lower the hips, circle the arms, look to your thumbs. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank pose. Take a full deep breath in plank pose. As you exhale, small subtle movement, move the top of the pelvis towards your lower ribs, deep belly muscles towards the spine. Inhale deeply. Exhale, use the stability through your center to lift your bottom up to downward facing dog. Step your feet in a touch for your normal length down dog. Take a full deep breath in. As you exhale, press down and forward through your hands. Inhale, lift the spine, roll your bottom towards the ceiling, lift your deep belly muscles. Exhale, keep your bottom lifted as you breathe down the back of the legs through the center of your heels. Take a full deep breath in. Exhale, step your right foot forward between your thumbs, put your left knee onto the floor. Inhale, lower the hips, circle the arms, look to your thumbs. Exhale, hands down, step forward, feet a little apart or big toes together, you choose. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, stand all the way up. Nice big generous circle, look up. Exhale, hands to your sides, circle your hands, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, left foot back, put your left knee onto the floor. Inhale, lower the hips, circle the arms, look to your thumbs. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank pose. Take a full deep breath in plank pose. As you exhale, small subtle movement, top of the pelvis, roll it towards your lower ribs. Take a full deep breath in. As you exhale, lift your deep belly muscles towards your spine. Take a full deep breath in. As you exhale, use the strength of your center to lift your bottom up and back to downward facing dog. Inhale deeply, downward facing dog. Exhale, press down and forward through the hands. Inhale, lengthen the arms, lengthen the spine, roll your seat towards the ceiling. Exhale, lift your deep belly muscles. Inhale deeply. Exhale, keep your bottom lifted, breathe down the back of the legs through the center of both heels. Inhale deeply. Exhale, step your left foot forward between your thumbs, put your right knee onto the floor. Inhale, lower the hips, circle the arms, look to your thumbs. Exhale, hands down, step forward, front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, stand all the way up, reach up. Exhale, hands to your sides, circle your hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your right foot back. This time keep your knee off the floor. A bit more balance required, so carefully stand all the way up. Look towards your thumbs. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank pose. Take a full deep breath in plank pose. As you exhale, with knees on or off the floor, lower your whole body to the floor. Release your feet behind you. Step your forearms in front of you. Position your elbows under your shoulders, broaden the palms and place the hands onto the floor. Take a nice big breath in, press down through the palms, lift the chest up, take your chin and your gaze slightly upwards. As you exhale, tuck your toes under and lift yourself up into dolphin plank pose. Take a full deep breath here, and as you exhale, lower your knees, release your feet and soften your hips to the floor. Inhale, Sphinx pose. Feel like you're dragging your elbows back towards you as you lift your chest and your chin and your gaze. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift yourself up into dolphin plank. Take a full deep breath here. As you exhale, small movement, roll the top of the pelvis towards your lower ribs. Take a full deep breath in, press down through the hands. Exhale, release the knees, release the feet, soften the hips to the floor. Sphinx pose, inhale, lift the upper spine. As you exhale, tuck your toes under, dolphin plank. Inhale deeply. Exhale, roll top of the pelvis towards the lower ribs. Take a full deep breath in, and then exhale, lower the knees, release the feet, and release yourself down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes under, Lift your kneecaps off the floor, draw your elbows towards your ribs, look forward, look determined, inhale, and then exhale, press yourself up to plank pose. Take a full deep breath in plank pose, and then exhale back into downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward about 10 or 15 centimeters. Lift your left leg away from the floor. Kick up and switch feet. So now your left foot is on the floor. Kick up, switch feet, right foot is now on the floor, and keep going. Get that rhythm, so little handstands, and then as you feel comfortable and confident, you can kick up a little bit higher, and you can attempt to slow the movement down. So as best you can, keep your top leg strong and straight. Couple more times, get some energy surging through your body, and then stop, and then step back into downward facing dog. See if you can reconnect with your breath here. Take a full deep breath in and a very slow, smooth breath out. Take a full deep breath in and a very smooth, calming breath out. Inhale deeply. Exhale, step your right foot forward between your thumbs. Find your balance as you stand all the way up. Look towards your thumbs. And then exhale, hands down, step forward, front of the mat. Separate your feet as wide as your hips. Bring 2 fingers around your big toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold forward. So continue to smooth out the breath from your handstand frenzy. Take the elbows wide, lift the shoulders away from the ears. Relax the back of your neck and breathe. On your next inhalation, come halfway up, bring your hands onto your waist, elbows towards the ceiling. Exhale, press down through the heels and make your way to stand. Step your feet together. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your left foot back, keep the knee off the floor. Find your balance as you stand up, reach up and look up. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank pose. Full deep breath in plank pose. Exhale with knees on or off the floor, lower your whole body to the floor. Step your left forearm forward, your right forearm forward, palms broad, fingers alive. Release your toes. Inhale, Sphinx pose. Feel like you're sliding your elbows towards you as you lift the chest, the chin and your gaze. Exhale, tuck your toes under, dolphin plank pose. Inhale deeply. Exhale, roll the top of the pelvis towards your lower ribs. Take a full deep breath here. Exhale, release the knees, release the toes, soften the hips. Inhale, Sphinx pose. Exhale, dolphin plank. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release. Inhale, Sphinx pose. Exhale, dolphin plank. Inhale, press through the hands. Exhale, knees down, release the feet. One more time, Sphinx pose, inhale. And then exhale, release. Elbows to the side, hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes under, lift your knees, look forward, inhale. And then exhale, press yourself to plank pose. Not too hard, inhale deeply. And then exhale, lift your bottom up and back to downward facing dog. Step your feet forward if you feel too long in the pose. Take a nice full deep breath in and a very slow, smooth breath out. Step your left foot forward 10 or 15 centimeters. Lift your right leg, kick up and switch, kick up and switch. Keep going, kick up and switch. So just little switches, or if you feel confident, you can take big grand kicks. If you're doing that, see if you can slow the movement down. See if you can keep your top leg under control. Just a couple more times. Kick and switch, and then back to downward facing dog. Use your time in downward facing dog now to reconnect the breath if you're a little puffed. Smooth, deep breaths in, slow, calm breaths out. After your next inhalation, exhale, step your left foot forward between your thumbs. Keep the back knee off the floor. Inhale, circle the arms all the way up. And then exhale, hands down, step forward, front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your feet as wide as your hips. Either repeat what you did before, 2 fingers around the big toes, or slide your fingers or your fingers and palms underneath your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. So continue to reconnect with the breath here. Relax the back of your neck. You can have your knees a little bent here if you need to. If they are bent, see if you can roll your bottom towards the ceiling. If your legs are comfortably straight, tone the muscles just above your kneecaps. So a light tone rather than a rigid pull up. Enjoy a few final breaths here. We're going to take a few standing sequences and a few belly down back bends. So just remember, when you are feeling like things are hard or challenging, everything comes to an end. Nothing lasts forever. So stick with it as best you can, knowing that we will pause and everything is okay. On your next inhale, halfway lift. Release the hands, bring your hands onto your waist. Exhale, come to stand and step your feet together. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, plank pose. Full deep breath in plank pose. Exhale, knees on or off the floor, lower your whole body to the floor. Step the forearms out for Sphinx pose. Inhale, a beautiful Sphinx. Exhale, an equally beautiful dolphin plank. Take a full deep breath in, and then exhale, lower your knees, release your feet, release your hips. Bring your hands out to the sides, so you're lying on your belly with your forehead towards the floor. Inhale with everything on the floor. Exhale, lift your feet, lift your hands, lift your chest away from the floor. Take a full deep breath in, lift everything a little bit higher, and then exhale, release everything back to the floor. Inhale deeply on the floor. Exhale, lift your feet, lift your arms, lift your chest. Inhale, bring your arms out into a T shape with your thumbs pointing out, up. Exhale, hold the pose, straighten your legs if you can. Inhale, lift everything up a little bit higher. And then exhale, arms, swim them back towards your hips. Release yourself to the floor. Inhale on the floor. Exhale, lift everything up away from the floor. Inhale, circle the arms, thumbs up. Exhale, either stay here or bring your arms out in front of you. Inhale, lift everything up, thumbs up, heels up. Exhale, hold the pose. Inhale, lift up again. And then very slowly exhale, turn the palms and swing your hands back towards your sides, release to the floor. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, press through the hands, tuck your toes under, stretch your bottom towards your heels. So your bottom is elevated on your heels. Pause here a few breaths. Breathe very broadening, soothing breaths across the space of your lower back. Make your way into downward facing dog. Take a full deep breath in and a slow, smooth breath out. Take a full deep breath in. Exhale, step your right foot forward between your thumbs. Keep the back knee off the floor, have the back heel pointing towards the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, just put a little bend in the back knee and bend the front knee a little more. Inhale, reach up through the fingers. Exhale, bring the top of the pelvis a little closer towards your lower ribs, so tone around the center. Take a full deep breath in. As you exhale, keep the tone in the center, re-straighten the back leg as best you can. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, bend your left elbow. You can either hold your left elbow with your right hand, or you can release your right hand behind you, find some fingers behind you, or grab your shirt, or if you've got a generous ponytail, now's the time to use it. Take a full deep breath in. As you exhale, bend the front knee, straighten the back leg as best you can. Inhale, top of the pelvis towards the lower ribs. Exhale, lift up through your left elbow. Take a full deep breath in. Exhale, rest your head back into your left forearm. Inhale deeply. And now exhale, release your hands, stretch them up towards the ceiling. Take a nice full deep breath in. To the count of 5, exhale the back knee towards the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep your left arm up, pop your right hand onto the right knee, move the right knee a little to the left, really reach up through the left hand, take a nice deep dive with your elbow, and now move your right knee back. Bring the hands into prayer pose. Lift your upper spine, take your gaze ahead or take your gaze up. Your choice here, you can hold here with the knee down, or you can lift the back knee away from the floor. Use this pose just to breathe smooth, deep Ujjayi pranayama. If your knee is off the floor, slowly lower your knee to the floor. Release the pose, bring your hands down towards the mat, step back into downward facing dog. Take a full deep breath in. As you exhale, bring your left foot forward between your thumbs. Keep your back knee off the floor. Inhale for crescent pose, reach the arms up. As you exhale, bend the back knee a little bit, bend the front knee a little bit. As you inhale, roll the top of the pelvis a little more towards your lower ribs. And then exhale, straighten the back knee again. Bend your top elbow, either hold it or reach the hand behind you. Find some fingers behind you. This is my easier side. Take a full deep breath in. As you exhale, keep bending through the front knee, powering through the back leg. Inhale, roll the top of the pelvis towards the lower ribs. Exhale, lift the top elbow towards the ceiling. Take a full deep breath in. And as you exhale, rest your head back into your right forearm. Inhale deeply. And now exhale, release the hands, bring the hands towards the ceiling. Inhale. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, knee to the floor. Keep the right hand up, left hand, take the knee, left knee a little to the right. Really reach up, get a deep dive, elbow to the outer knee, and now bring the knee back towards the left. Hands in prayer, either hold here, focus on a smooth breath, or lift the back knee, focus on a smooth breath. If your knee is up, slowly release the knee, release the twist, bring your hands to the floor, step back, downward facing dog. So take a nice full deep breath in. Now as you exhale, lower both elbows towards the floor evenly so they land on the floor at the same time. And now release your hands, interlace your fingers. You could step your elbows a little bit closer towards each other now. Put a little bend in your knees, step the feet forward about 10 centimeters. Keep the knees bent, roll your bottom towards the ceiling, press down through the forearms and stretch your chest towards your bent knees. Either stay here or keep your bottom lifted towards the ceiling and really slowly re-straighten the legs. Take a full deep breath in and a very smooth, calm breath out. Take a full deep breath in. Exhale, press down through the forearms, lift your bottom. Take a full deep breath in and then exhale, release the pose, so look forward, release the hands and see if you can now press into the hands, lift the elbows at the same time. Into downward facing dog. I've never found that particularly easy, to be really honest. So back into your nice familiar downward facing dog shape. Take a few nice full deep breaths here. Enjoy the pose. Just feel the effects of your practice so far today. So we've got one more little standing sequence. So then we'll take some nice easy poses, or for some of you, you may want to take some inversions. So choice is yours. On your next inhalation, look forward, step your feet towards your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, stand all the way up and reach. Exhale, hands to your sides, circle the hands to the space of your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, plank pose. Full deep breath in plank pose. Exhale, lower yourself all the way to the floor. Arms into Sphinx pose. Inhale, lift the spine. Exhale, tuck the toes, dolphin plank. Inhale, dolphin plank. Exhale, knees down, release the feet, release your hips, release everything to the floor, hands by your sides. Inhale with everything down on the floor. Exhale, lift your feet, your hands and your chest. Inhale, bring the arms out to the side or all the way in front of you. Exhale, hold the pose. Inhale, lift everything up. Exhale, swing the hands back to your sides. Keep the legs up. Interlace the hands behind you. Roll the shoulders back. Take a full deep breath in. Lift everything up as high as you can. Exhale, straighten the legs and stretch your knuckles towards your heels. Inhale, lift everything up. Exhale, hold the pose. Take a nice full deep breath in. And then exhale, release the feet. Release your hands. Inhale, press through the hands. Lift up, tuck your toes under. Stretch your bottom towards elevated heels. Enjoy a few calming breaths here. Make your way into downward facing dog. Take a full deep breath in. As you exhale, step your right foot forward. Bring your left foot to the floor for warrior two pose. So wind your way up into warrior two. Arms parallel to the floor. Take a nice breath in. Straighten the front leg. Reach the arms up. Look towards your fingers. And now exhale. Watch your front knee, aim it between your second and third toes as you come back into warrior two. Take a nice breath in, really lengthen the front of the back leg. Exhale, bend the front knee, roll the top of the pelvis, small subtle movement towards the lower ribs. Take a full deep breath in, and as you exhale, relax your shoulders and stretch through the back fingers as much as you stretch through the front fingers. Inhale deeply. And then exhale, release the pose. Bring your hands onto your waist. bend the front knee a little bit. Stick your right bottom out behind you, and now deliberately swing your bottom underneath you and direct the knee between the second and third toes. Do that again, so stick your bottom out behind you a little bit, and now roll your right bottom underneath you, direct the knee between the second and third toes. So keep that shape with the seat rolled under, interlace the hands behind you, roll the shoulders back, take a nice big breath in, either stay here or diagonally lean forward. Notice whether your bottom wants to swing out behind you here, so keep swinging your seat underneath you, direct the front knee forward and reach your knuckles up and overhead. Take a full deep breath in. As you exhale, really power through your back leg. Take a full deep breath in. Exhale, keep rolling your right seat underneath you. Direct the right knee between the second and third toes. Take a full deep breath in. Exhale, knuckles up and knuckles over. One more big breath here. And then exhale, use the strongest legs you can find to return yourself to warrior two. Inhale, release the front legs, straighten, reach up. And now exhale, bend the knee again, elbow onto the knee, reach the left fingertips towards the ceiling, or turn the palm, reach the arm overhead. Here, enjoy just your own smooth, deep breaths. After your next in-breath, very slowly exhale, hands down, step back, downward facing dog. You're almost there, so stick with it, take a nice big breath in, and as you exhale, step your left foot forward between your thumbs, turn the back foot down, wind your way up into warrior two, straighten the front leg, reach the arms up. And as you exhale, watch the knee, aim it between your second and third toes, bring the arms parallel to the floor. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen the front side of the back leg. Exhale, roll the top of the pelvis towards your lower ribs. Take a full deep breath in, lift up through the spine. As you exhale, release the shoulders as you reach for the back fingers as much as your front fingers. Inhale deeply. Exhale, hold the pose. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reach the arms up. And now exhale, bring the hands onto your waist, bend the front knee again, stick your left bottom out behind you, and now deliberately swing your bottom underneath you, aim the left knee between the second and third toes. Again, stick the left bottom out behind you, swing it underneath you, direct the knee directly forward. Alright, so let's bring that into our interlace hands. So keep the seat rolling under, interlace the hands behind you the opposite way if you can work that out. Roll the shoulders back, lift your chest, either stay here or come towards the front corner of the mat diagonally. And notice now whether your bottom is already sticking up behind you. If it is, swing your left bottom underneath you, aim the knee directly forward, and up and over you go. Take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, really power, strengthen the back leg. Inhale deeply. Exhale, keep rolling your left seat underneath you. Direct the knee forward. Take a full deep breath in. As you exhale, lift your knuckles up and over. One more full deep breath in, and then strong legs, bring you back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reach up, and now exhale, enjoyable pose, elbow onto the knee, either reach the right fingertips directly up, or turn the palm, reach the arm overhead. Really just no strict instructions. Tune into your breath. You can even close your eyes here. And after your next in-breath, very slowly exhale, Release the pose, hands down, step back to downward facing dog. So in downward facing dog, take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, lower your elbows towards the floor. Have them land both at the same time. Step your elbows a little bit closer to each other. Step your hands a touch closer towards each other. So elbows and hands are about as wide as your shoulders. Bend your knees. Step your knees in a little bit closer. Press down through the forearms. Press down through the palms and especially the inside edge of both hands, index finger and thumb side. Press down as you roll your bottom towards the ceiling, lift your belly muscles. And then as you exhale, stretch your chest towards your knees. So either hold here or roll your bottom up, lift your belly muscles up and come to straighten your legs somewhat, just as best as you can. It's a couple of full deep breaths right here. Take your gaze forward. Lift your elbows off the mat at the same time into downward facing dog. Ugh. One day I'll do that without grunting. Don't know when that will be, but anyway. Step your feet back to a normal downward facing dog. Just feel your arms. They might not even feel like your own arms at this point. And a few full deep breaths. On your next inhale, lift your heels up, pop your knees onto the floor and sit back. All right, we're getting there. So next little bit is a choice. So choice number one is wide leg forward folds. So we're going to do three things. First one, 2 fingers around the big toes, inhale to lift and then exhale fold. Second will be fingertips in front, reach for your opposite ankle and twist. And then third thing is the other way. Okay, that's option 1, wide leg forward folds with twists. Option 2 is some inversions at the wall. 1, handstand at the wall. 2, forearms with the hands interlaced. 3, forearms with the hands down. Okay. So I'm going to do the wall. You may want to bring your mat to the wall. I'm just going to use a blanket for some softness. So again, option 1, if you're choosing wide legs, 2 fingers around the big toes, inhale halfway, exhale, square off the elbows, relax the neck and breathe. If you're at the wall, handstand at the wall. So I don't need a blanket for that. Hands on the wall. Choose your kick up leg and lift. That's the way. So you can either hold here with 2 feet on the wall. If you want to practice balance, bring one leg away from the wall. Close the gap between the top of the pelvis and the lower ribs. Press through the hands and you can just play around with bringing the other foot off the floor or not. Alright, so if you're doing wide leg forward folds, then release the toes, bring your left fingertips in front, bring your right hand towards your left ankle, and straighten as many limbs as you can as you twist, look under your left armpit. You're doing forearm stands, get your soft thing. The first one we'll do with interlaced hands, so making a triangular shape between the elbows and interlaced hands. So knuckles near the wall, they don't have to touch the wall. Elbows just a little bit narrower than your own shoulders because they tend to splay out all on their own. Lift yourself up, walk yourself in, lift a leg. The wall is closer than you think, so gauge how much juice you need to give it. There it is. Bit of a thud. Press through the forearms. Take 1 foot away. Take your gaze towards the middle of the room and see if you can bring your chest also towards the middle of the room. And now take your gaze just shy of your wrists. So either keep one leg on the wall, bring the top of the pelvis towards the lower ribs, and you can practice play around with balance. Keep pressing down through the elbows, press down through the pinky finger side of your hands, and release. Nothing like getting upside down. Alright, so third option, if you've got the forward folding option, release. Bring your right fingertips in front, bring your left hand towards your right ankle and twist, aiming to keep your arms and your legs as straight as you can. If you want to try third inversion, this time we'll take forearms down with forearms parallel to each other, palms flat, and really pressing into the inside edge of the hands. So set yourself up, forearms down, have the elbows a little bit narrower than your own shoulders. They tend to splay out all on their own. Lift your bottom, step in, lift a leg and kick. Oops. And press down through the elbows, press down through the forearms, press down through the index finger and thumb side of your hands. Initially look into the middle of the room, bring your chest towards the center of the room, and then you can either keep that or take your gaze to the space between the forearms. 2 legs on the wall or 1 leg on the wall. Roll the top of the pelvis towards your lower ribs and play around with balance. And come down when you're ready. Alright, if you're in the wide leg forward fold, come out and take a well-deserved child's pose. So you can make a little pillow with your hands, or you can bring the arms alongside you. So we're here for about half a minute. So just relax and enjoy. You deserve it. Final pose, coming to downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up, bend your knee, open your hip to the side. As you exhale, you can wind the knee down into pigeon pose. So knee to the outside edge of the mat. So for less, you can bring the heel towards you. If you want more of a sensation, have the shin anywhere towards parallel with the front edge of the mat. Bring your fingers either side of the mat and inhale and lift the chest, lift your chin, lift your gaze, and then exhale, softly fold forward. Inhale, press down through the back foot, press down through all 10 fingers, lift the chest, and then exhale, softly bow. One more like that, inhale, lift, and now exhale, down you go, and this time we'll hold for about half a minute. So come onto forearms, or if you know it's okay for you, you can step your hands out in front, bring your forehead towards the floor. Last couple of breaths here. Step One hand back towards you, step the other one back behind you. Press through the hands, tuck your back toes. Lift your hips up and then shuffle the back foot in a little bit. Reach the right leg all the way up behind you. Bend the knee, open the hip to the side. Straighten the leg, bend the leg, straighten the leg, bend the leg, and then release your foot to the floor. Left leg, inhale, lift up, bend your knee, open your hip to the side, and then exhale, transition to pigeon pose. So again, heel can be quite close towards you, or if you know it's okay, you can have the shin anywhere towards parallel with the front edge of the mat. Bring your fingertips either side of you. Inhale, lift your chest up, press down through the back foot as well as all 10 fingers. Exhale and softly down you go. Inhale, lift yourself up. Exhale and down. Last time like that. Inhale, lift yourself up. And then exhale, down you go. Walk your forearms in front of you. If you know it's okay for you, step the hands all the way straight out in front of you. Last few breaths here. One hand back towards you, step the other hand back towards you, tuck the back toes under, lift your hips, shuffle the back foot in, and shoot the left leg up, bend the knee, open the hip, straighten the leg, bend the leg, straighten the leg, bend the leg, and release the leg down. One more big breath in, downward facing dog, and then exhale, knees down, child's pose. Make your way up and make your way to lie in Shavasana. So take any props you need. You may want to take a bolster or a rolled blanket underneath your knees. Can feel nice. So we're here for a few minutes. We've worked hard. Very consciously relax the back of your head, relax the back of the shoulders, through the arms, and the wrists and the hands, release. So relax around the pelvis, allow the legs to be heavy, no effort in your feet. Bring your awareness to your breath. If you have any trace still of Ujjayi pranayama, then release that now. And just return to your very natural, your perfect breath. can stay a little longer in Shavasana, then that would be a very nice way to spend a few more minutes. If you're ready to come up, then very gently release your legs, bring your knees in towards your chest, bring your hands across the knees, take a rock side to side across your lower back. And gently roll out to your right. And make your way to your seat. Bring your hands to your heart, reaching to your chest. So even when things feel impossibly hard, nothing lasts forever. You're more capable than you think. Everything will be okay. So with that, take a full deep breath in and a very smooth breath out. Namaste.